and welcome to Traditional Painting the Digital Way. This is where I use digital painting apps to teach traditional painting techniques. In this video, I'm going to be continuing my look at Realistic Paint Studio, which is a new app from the makers of Paintstorm Studio. Now, in this one, I just wanted to see if I could do a full painting with their chalk pastels. So I've gone ahead and tried to do a picture of some saguaros in the desert. So I found a picture on Pixabay there, and there is one thing that I want them to add into this program, and that's a reference window. Now that's not the reference window there is not in this program. It's a little program called PureRef. And PureRef is a program that floats above all the other programs, and you can use all kinds of different photo references in it. You can use more than one and at the same time, and it's a really nice program. I really like it, and I use it a lot with programs that don't have a reference window. And Autodesk Sketchbook doesn't have a reference window. Some of those kind, let's see, I think Clip Studio also doesn't have a reference window, so I use it for those programs, and it's really nice, and it's free, or you can donate and help those guys out that make that program, and it's called PureRef. And so here I'm just trying to kind of replicate the sky, and I'm using the pastels that are in Realistic Paint Studio, and just kind of throwing on some color like I would do traditionally. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the blending stomp and blend all these colors together. Now I'm having a little bit of trouble with the lag. Again, I've mentioned that, but it's not too bad. And if you draw little scribbles together and then use the blending stomp to get these colors to color a large area there, that works pretty well. So that's kind of what I've done. I've thrown in some purple, some blues, oranges, reds, and yellow, just to try to get sort of the look of the sky color. And so I'm using the bigger blending stump to try to get the wide areas covered. And you can adjust the size on these too, I think. You can. It's off to the side right there, the little eyedropper icon, and then the undo and the redo buttons, and the little line between them is the size of your brush. So I'm just kind of trying to get these blended together, trying to get the oranges and the reds together a little bit, and I picked sort of a tan color of paper for it, just to kind of give it a off-white color anyway to start with, so that I wouldn't have quite as much trouble getting rid of all the white on the bottom there. So that would give me kind of a sky color look anyway. And then here I was, this is my recording again, another section of recording. I just managed to not cut that out. I usually do, but anyway, it's in there. So here I'm wanting to add a little bit more red to the sky, just to try to get a more of an orangish look to it. And right now I'm not getting a deep red color like is in the photo reference here, and I know I could if I kept after it. It just, again, it's the lag here that I don't really want to just keep on trying to get that really dark color. So I'm just kind of blending it out and and having a lighter color for the pastel sky. Again, this is not a painting lesson. This is just me trying out the software and trying to really work on it. And I think that it probably doesn't lag quite as much when I'm not recording the screen. But as I showed in the last video, even when I'm recording the screen, Art Rage 6 and Painter 2021 don't have that kind of a lag. So it's just something that they need to work on. Even Paintstorm Studio doesn't have that kind of a lag on it either. So it's just kind of something that they're going to need to work on a little bit. And so I'm just kind of trying to get the yellow to stay bright there. So I'm going back and picking up some of the dark red color again, kind of the orangish red. Again, trying to make it a little bit bigger with the size of the tool. And the sizes of your pictures, you can't set the sizes of your pictures. You have to just pick one of their presets in there. So, I mean, they're fairly good sizes, I guess. If you're going to try to export these pictures out and print them, you probably will have to use some kind of software that will upsize the picture, resize it, make it bigger, and perfect resize, and those kind of softwares will do that for you. And I use that sometimes for things that I've done on the tablet. So I use those kinds of software. And you can go ahead then and make the picture bigger. And these presets are big enough that they will work with those kinds of software to actually make your picture a little bit bigger without causing the pixelation and stuff. So if you have to have a certain size of a picture kind of to work with things like perfect resize and all those kind, just to get the picture a little bigger. But they do work nicely if you have a certain size. I mean, you can't take like a 600 pixel by 600 pixel and blow it up to 3000 or 4000 pixel. That doesn't work. You can, but it doesn't look good. But if you have something like 1200 by 1200 or something, which these kind of are, I think, in this program, then it will work. So I'm thinking that they'll probably work just fine with one of those kind of programs that will upsize your picture. And then here I'm trying to add some black for the silhouettes and just kind of get so I can put the cactus or saguaro silhouettes in here. And I'm doing that, trying to get in. You can see the lag there. You can see what it's doing there. You can see that I've got it, the cursor is way far ahead of the paint, and there's quite a lag there. So you can see that's kind of what I'm facing. And then I'm trying to kind of smooth it out. It helps to smooth it out and get that get the larger areas colored there when I smudge things out. But it does then fade things out, and they're not quite as intense or as dark as you would like them. But it does make a fairly good, nice pastel sketch. So for this program, I would say that it's a lot of fun right now, and it's good for little quick sketches and scribbles and things that you would want to do, and also just if you want to have a natural studio experience, kind of. You know, it's fun because it has all the tools, and it's not in words and all complicated things that you can't understand, and all these different commands and things. It's pretty intuitive for a person who, if they've never done digital painting, should be able to pretty much follow these tools. They just look like real tools. So you just tap on them, pick them up, paint with one, you know, switch the palettes out. Now you do kind of have to understand color picker, but you don't need it because you've got the little palette of chalk pastels over here on the side, so, or paint brushes or whatever. So you kind of don't need all that, and they don't have words like paintbrush number 6 or paintbrush filbert number 10 or whatever. You just have a picture of it. So it's kind of intuitive for someone, say, coming from a natural media that's never digital painted before. And I think that's what this program is trying to do. It's trying to help people that have never painted digitally before, and so it just kind of is really natural for them to look at the tools and say, oh, I know those tools. They're very familiar to me, and whereas they might not know, you know, if it says all these different variations on a brush, and it's got words or it's got some kind of symbol, but it doesn't have the actual tool. So I really like that. I mean, that's really a good idea, and I'm glad that they're doing this program, and I really like it. And hopefully they'll kind of work on the brush engine and get them to get a little bit smoother, and also to get maybe the pressure worked out. It may be kind of a pressure issue as well for the pens. So I really like this program, and hopefully they'll continue to put out some more updates, and just continue working on it, because it's really a lot of fun. And I'd recommend go get it right now, because it's really cheap. It's $20 for the basic and $25 for all the tools. So just go ahead and check it out and see what you think about it. So this is the end of my review of Realistic Paint Studio. And stay tuned. I'm going to have a new video and a new subject soon. If you want to see what that is, hit the subscribe button. Thanks everybody for watching. Thank you so much for your support. If you have any questions or suggestions about what you would like to see next, leave them in the comments down below, and I will catch you later.